Howdy there, and welcome to Retro Repair Roundup episode. Let's see. My computer is telling me it's episode 89. That's a lot of episodes.
That's a lot.
of fun. Yeah.
That's a lot of nuts.
Yeah. That's a lot of nuts. Anyway, my nipples look like milk duds. Sorry. We are right already off to the side. So, thank you for stopping by, everybody, to tonight's 89th episode of Retro Repair Roundup. Remember, while you're here, hit the like button to subscribe and leave comments and put stuff in the chat. And I guess there's what's the hyping now and other things. Just do all the YouTube-y things that says, hey, YouTube, this channel's cool. And so people will come back and watch the show. Super quick, let's say hi really quick to some of the people in the chat. We have Francois, Kat, we've got Ian Polpo, the man himself from Pico Gus fame. We've got Veronica Explains. We've got Garth Beagle, Lemon Herb. That's Herb, our friend up in the wild deeps of Canada. He does beekeeping. Cool guy. 8386 Vox fan and others. And there's Dave and some other stuff. So thanks all for stopping by. Let's introduce everybody who's here tonight, which you might be surprised to see that our guest isn't here yet. Just hold on. It's coming. So you got me. I'm Joe of Joe's Computer Museum. And you got, who's this guy over here?
Hey, I'm Ron from Ron's Computer Videos.
And you in purple.
Me in purple. Hi, I'm Trina of Trina's Techno Babble.
Trina's Techno Babble. Yes.
Trina, if I wanted to get some Computers with Pride scrubs, where would I order them?
Nowhere, because I buy these at the local thrift store and then get a local company that inscribes them.
So what you're saying is people can pay you a licensing fee and then become an honorary employee by using the licensed logo.
You can totally do that. Yes.
I'm just thinking that you figure out how much that costs and you sell some, because I would purchase one.
Yes.
So
yes.
you just make them to order.
We can totally do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
You can use that money then if you exchange it for goods and services. Things you need.
Imagine that craziness.
Absolutely. So, Ron, what do you want to start off first? Do you want to start with our wonderful interview and come back around to the other bits and doodles, or do you want to do the bits and doodles first?
I want to talk to Trina about her amazing weekend.
Yes, she did have an amazing weekend. I forgot because I'm stupid.
You got a lot going on, and it's okay. But so does Trina, and that's why I want to hear about it.
Trina.
Yeah.
So to let everybody know, if you didn't read the description for this video, we are interviewing Jan Beta. He's kind of famously a person that does a lot of work on Commodore equipment. And Trina, where did you just come back from?
I just came back from this event called the World of Commodore.
Cut. Okay, all right. Let's take two.
I just came
First
back
impressions are everything, Trina.
I know. I blew it. Yeah, I just came back from the World of Commodore event. I know. I swear I know where I was for the weekend. Yeah. So, it is a event mainly focused around Commodore stuff. There was two of us this year, kind of butting heads, but in a very friendly, competitive manner, selling PC parts. I also took some Apple stuff with me. I reached out to the organizers in October, and I'm like, how solid are you guys with it being Commodore? Like, if I want to sell some retro PCs and Apple stuff, how flexible is this? And the guy's like, yeah, no, bring them, the more the merrier. So it's kind of branching out from being just a Commodore event now to, like, they were talking about maybe bringing in, just having like more Apple focus next year, so like Apple IIs, which is Ron's huge thing.
It's only the best.
And apparently there was somebody bought an Apple III this year. I, unfortunately, being stuck at my table, did not see this. And he's like, "Oh, I don't want to drop it and break it." I'm like, "It was made broken."
It just, if you drop it, it'll probably fix your RAM issues.
Probably.
Come on.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, I had an amazing weekend. Met a lot of people. A lot of people came up to me and went, "Wait, I've seen your ads on Facebook." Now I can finally put a name, a face to the name. So yeah, I did a lot of networking with local folks.
Did you buy anything? Did you pick up anything?
I did. There's going to be a stream possibly tomorrow on what I picked up. So stay tuned for that. Because guess what I did not take with me?
What?
A toolkit.
Oh.
And I picked up 3 laptops, and one of them has a rattle in it, so I don't dare even turn the other 2 on until I open them.
And this is when she finds out the rattle is a old roach infestation.
I was going to ask you, Trina, if it was previously owned by a infant to explain that rattle.
Yeah, I don't know where the guy's like, yeah, he picked the seller had picked up a bunch of stuff or was donated a bunch of stuff and he's like, just make me an offer. So I made him an offer because I'm like, they're untested and no power supplies.
Sure, yeah.
So, and he accepted my offer, and I went, yeah, I know, totally. So 2 are MacBook Pros, 2010 to 2012-ish, because they have optical drives in them.
Sure.
So, unfortunately, they kind of look the same for those 2 years. And then one's a MacBook Air.
Nice.
And I think it's the Air that has the rattle in it, but I don't know, and I didn't dare power the rest of them up with it.
Well, it's that time of year. Everybody's got that upper respiratory
right?
thing,
That little bit of a cold, yeah. So yeah, that was the only thing I ended up picking up. I sold the PowerBook 145B to a father and son duo from Odin. They're like, we're from Saskatchewan, so we really can't take any computers back. And I'm like, here's a laptop. Easy carry-on item.
This doesn't classify as a computer.
Right.
You're right. Yeah, there's that
at this point.
It's just a very fragile calculator at this point.
Right?
Yeah, please take it in your carry-on. Do not put it in your back luggage. Right? It will not make it home.
No.
Nope.
It will, but it'll be PowerBook dust by the time you get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great event, and a bunch of us. There's about 50 or 60 of us that went out for supper after the event last night, and had a great time and drank a little too much. But
hey, as long as you were walking and had rides, you can drink as much as you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My friend Dana, I offered him I said, can I get a lift home? And he's like, well, it's a bit far to travel to and from each day. And I'm like, I have a spare bed in my room that's doing nothing.
I mean, you can't sleep in it, but it's there. It's just like looking at it. Just put the mail on it.
Because it was cheaper to get, I don't know what it's like in the States, but at least here in Canada, it's cheaper to get a 2 queens than a king and a hotel room for some funky reason.
No, it is. It's
depends on the neighborhood you're in.
Yeah.
I got that joke. Totally got that joke. Yeah. So that's where I came back from, and we left a little bit early today because by 3 o'clock it was just basically vendors mulling around at that point.
Yeah. Were there talks or anything like that?
Yeah, there were several talks. There was one on Morph OS, which I would have loved to have gone to.
Sure. Word on the street was when the talk started, Action Retro all of a sudden had heart palpitations.
Right.
So get well soon, I guess. But
yeah. So it was it was a great event. Unfortunately, again, when you're as folks here know, when you're at an event and have a table, getting to those talks are right. You just can't.
Yeah. Did they do repair clinics or anything like that?
No, they did have a game room that someone had networked a bunch of like Win98 PCs
So
together.
like LAN party kind of
LAN
stuff.
party,
That's fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's where Dana's partner hung out for most of the day today playing those games. So had a ball doing Unreal Tournament.
Yeah.
So, honey, you go play with the computers. I'm gonna go play video games. See you at the end.
Right? Yeah,
I'm gonna go frag some noobs. I'll see you later.
yeah. Mostly it would seem to be every time I would walk by, because it was on the way to the bathroom and back. So I would look in, and it was always a bunch of there was a bunch of kids that were there, and that's what they were mostly spending their time doing.
Oh, sure. And that seems to be kind of how it is at other events too, that have enough
Okay.
space to do LAN party stuff. There are
Yeah.
some people that just live at the LAN party for the entire event. And that's fine. They get out of it what they want to get out of it. So
Right.
but
And it was great. I also I had somebody within a local Discord group had said, "I'm looking for some free mice," and I'm like, "Listen, I got a bunch of free button mice kicking around here that I can kindly donate," and that I just kept forgetting to give them to Dana to take down because in his neck of the woods. And so the guy reached out to me Friday and it's like, "You're coming to, World of Commodore. Is there a chance you can bring me the mice?" And I'm like, "By all means." Yeah, I said, "Honestly, it slipped my mind. I can totally do that." So it was great to actually meet again somebody new, but we've new face to face, but somebody I've been talking to privately online. So
that's good.
got to meet a few faces. Finally, put faces to names from Discord, that local Discord server. So that was nice.
Were you not that I'm asking you to share anything right now or anything like that, because I'm sure it takes time to get that all organized, but did you take any photos? Did you get any?
I did take some photos. Yeah.
That's good. I know that sometimes you get to these things and you get like head down, locked in on stuff, and
Yeah. No,
forget to do some of that. But
I took the photos mainly on Friday night after pre-set up, after I put the tablecloth, which I owe a huge thank you to Retro Tech or Die for arranging that, because it had a like motherboard kind of pattern to it.
and stuff. Yeah.
But for some reason, Amazon Canada is like, "F you, we don't like you," and doesn't want to ship within Canada. So I owe Retro Tech or Die a huge thank you for. He's like, "I can get it for you and ship it to you." So that's what he did. So I
That's
had this
great.
unique tablecloth because they gave us all blue tablecloths for free to use, and I'm like, "Haha! I'm going to stand out a little bit more within the community." So yeah,
Friendship is magic, Trio.
yeah. So I took photos of the table bare with the tablecloth and then set up, and then I took a video for Big Bad Biologist, our good
I like
friend.
how you said it like it's a question.
my brain is like in 28K dial-up modem speed here at this
Yeah, I
point,
get it.
so.
You've been at a show, so
Yeah.
that's how it is.
But yeah, so I took a video because Sunday morning or Saturday morning I posted a photo of me laying in my bed in the hotel dressed, just letting people know I was dressed.
I mean, you normally got to pay extra, but that's fine.
Right, yeah. And he replied back, said, "Where's the Commodore?" So I went down to the room after breakfast, and it was just me and a guy that refers to himself as Santa Claus. So I'm not being disrespectful when I say Santa Claus. And
Eric was there. What are you talking about?
Basically, same beard, same beard as Eric, but more hair. Anyway, really great guy. We had a good couple conversations.
Nice.
And so it was just him and I. So I went in and took a video of like the booth pretty much right next to me was nothing but Commodore. So I took a quick video of that for him, but that was pretty much all I did take a video, I think last night, of like supper time when we were all hanging out. Just going, "Hey, look, I'm out for supper." So
what was supper?
disappointing enough that I got it for free.
Oh wow! Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. World special editor's note: don't go to that place next year.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
Listen, I tried to warn you. The salad bar at Canadian Tire is not what.
It's not like the cafe at IKEA. The meatballs are not good.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is it's funny that you mentioned that because the place we went to, I ordered surf and turf because I'm like, oh, this is a really great price. You get a lobster tail and steak, and the lobster tail smelled like rotten rubber and was black.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Yes. Someone's asking where Jan is. Don't worry.
Yeah. Jan is coming.
So that was had a great time hanging out with friends and meeting some new friends. So
that's great.
And again, the person that was also selling the PC stuff, I had somebody come by my table and was like, "Do you have any PCI video cards?" And I went, "No, but I do know somebody who does." And he had kind of got like a last minute table, so he was tucked down a bit of a corridor. So I'm like, "Come on down with me." And I got an email from about 7:00 tonight saying, "Thanks so much for bringing the person down. It was great meeting you." And
January is coming.
Yes, it is.
It'll be here shortly.
So it was again a great connection because we are literally in polar opposites parts of the province. So he's like, if I know anybody in Toronto that needs help, I'll send them your way.
Okay.
And I said, I'll do the same for you.
Excellent. Well, I'm excited. I'm glad that you had a good time, that it was productive. You made connections.
Yeah.
And all that. Very cool.
Yes. Fun stuff, Trina.
Thank you.
Now you know what it's like to be behind the vendor's table.
I did
all the times.
I did it last year at the World of Retro Computing as well. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe forgets things.
I know. That's why she was saying work earlier.
Yeah.
The World of Retro Computing.
Right.
Awesome.
All right. Very cool. Hey, we're about the 20-minute mark. Let's go ahead and let's do our thing.
Sure, absolutely.
So just to let everybody know, kind of how this works is this. Jan is in Germany and we are not, which means that the interview is live on videotape. He was very kind enough to meet with us yesterday and go through some questions. We vetted a few questions through the community. And so we can certainly, if there are questions that come up as part of this, I am certain that we can do a follow-up. But this is largely just trying to be respectful of the time difference for him because this is the middle of the night in Germany. So
we didn't want to have to ask him to hop down to the cafe and get like 4 shots of double espresso. So
yeah.
One Bit Fever Dreams does have a good thing. We could just kill 4 hours until he wakes up.
Yeah, sure. Just be like those phone calls in high school. So what you thinking about? What you doing? Has this phone call got a purpose? Come on. Yeah. So, all right. Are we ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. Here we go. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Retro Repair Roundup. We got 3 wonderful people here, all 3 of them being Jan Beta, and then Ron and I are kind of here. So
let's hear so.
Yes. I'm Joe of Joe's Computer Museum, obviously. We have Ron of Ron Computers Videos and our wonderful guest, Jan Beta. How are you doing, Jan?
Fine. I'm a bit cold because the heating doesn't quite work in my lab here.
But no.
Just turn on all the Commodore 64s and warm it up.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, just hold your hand over all those SID chips.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
The disk drives.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the disk drives. Yeah, just like
They get really warm.
Just like
Really good heating.
So you guys got 240 volts over there, so you've got even more heat generation.
Yes.
Even more heat to dissipate.
So you are the guy that the Commodore itself is keeping up with. It's not the other way around. It's you that the Commodore keeps up with. So speaking of that, how old were you when you got your first computer, sir?
I was 9 years old. Christmas 1987.
1980. Was it a Commodore 64 or something
Of course.
different?
Of course, it was the Commodore 64. Because
go ahead.
I think I got it because I occupied my father's Commodore 64 a bit too much for his taste, and yeah, I finally got my own after a couple of years.
So it was Dad's Commodore 64 in the house first that he was doing, I'm sure, very important work on, playing Chop. But you know, they got you your own one. That's cool. Did you commandeer the joystick and games from your dad's machine, or did you like get extra stuff with it?
I got everything I needed. One joystick, a disk drive. I had a disk drive right from the start, which isn't that common in Europe, I think. Most people here had the data sets. But I had some disks, some games. Geos, I was a huge Geos fan right from the start. Yeah.
Awesome. I know a lot of people that kind of fell in on Commodore 64 stuff and with Geos just because of just kind of how robust all of the tools were for like drawing and you could, it was kind of, there was a little bit, I mean, I'm not sure who was just like, oh, word processor, you know, but I know a lot of people that use like the drawing package in that to make like a lot of really cool pixel art back in the day because they bring that stuff into school to kind of show that off. So yeah, very cool. But why do you, speaking of that, where it's just sort of like, you know, kids and you know, kind of creativity and all that, but what do you suppose is the reason why the Commodore 64 continues to inspire all this nostalgia in people still today?
Ooh, yeah. First of all, a lot of people had them. That's the nostalgia part, I guess, covered. And yeah, it's still a good machine. It can do so many great things. The sound's great. Graphics are kind of great, at least for the standards back in the day. And there's still software that is just good. Even the software from back then is, there are games that are amazing, still great to play. And it's so accessible these days, I guess. So many options to have a C64 or an emulator or something.
Things were a little different here in the States. I know there were maybe like 2 kids at my school that had C64 stuff. Actually, one had a C64, the other one had a 128D. So you know whose parents were like, you know,
well, it's the better machine for education. That was the main argument, I guess, back in the day. But a friend of mine had a 128 as well. Never used it as a 128.
Of course not.
Yeah. And I was going to say that was his thing too. Is mostly everything he did was C64 stuff. So because I never was at his house where it didn't like Go 64 was not like the first thing put in. So, but no, I absolutely get it.
And the popularity, you mentioned that you know, so many people have that loving relationship with the Commodore 64 and even the Amigas as well. And for our viewers who might not be in the know, why are Commodores and Amigas so popular in Western Europe compared to, like, say, Apple IIs?
I don't really know. Because probably many were manufactured in Germany. I guess the Amiga, the first Amigas, I guess, were manufactured in Europe. Even as the first Amigas that sold well. The initial Amiga was manufactured in the US, of course, but the Amiga 500 and 2000, the 2000 was designed in Germany, even the first version of that.
Gotcha. So it's like,
yeah.
it would be, do you think it's because because they were locally assembled, the import costs, the manufacturing costs, and everything were a lot lower, so that they were it was easier for market penetration in Europe?
I guess so. I don't know. I think Apple did much more marketing in America, I guess. So they had a better standing there already. And Commodore just hit the European market out of the blue, basically. And they succeeded very much.
Yeah. I think part of it might be price point too, because the Apple IIs were quite expensive. And I'm sure that a lot of there was pressure to try to keep things in house and all of that. Where because we're fighting a tariff game or import tax game even back then. So
yeah, they were super expensive here. I think I know very few people who had an Apple II here in Germany, but there are some around. But very few.
So many of the Apples were assembled not in Europe at all, and so to have them imported, and then they have, the fact that a base Apple II was $1,400 for just a machine with like 16K of RAM, compared to what was basically a $400 Commodore 64 at launch. I think that probably made the decision for many Europeans, especially and
the VIC-20 sold very well in Germany as well, and it was super cheap when it was introduced, and people just stepped up to the Commodore 64 from that, I guess, because it was so familiar. Not sure.
I don't know. It's easy to build some of that brand loyalty on all those things, but I think Apple really kind of took off in the US just because of schools and all that, and then kind of positioning themselves later as more of like that luxury brand kind of thing. But no, it's we had a lot of Apple II stuff at school. All my exposure on Commodore equipment and stuff like that had to come through friends and people with parents that were just basically like, no, for our home stuff, we're going to, because you could just buy more. You could have your C64, you could have a floppy drive, you could have the printer for the same price as basically just here's the base machine on an Apple II or something. You might, granted, you're going to lose compatibility and all that, but if you had connections or you weren't afraid to go to Radio Shack and talk to somebody, because computer clubs and stuff that organize through different kind of hubs like that, you could maybe make the connections, and then the software part of it wasn't so much of a problem, right?
Yeah.
But speaking of Commodore 64 stuff, what advice do you have for people that are maybe looking to get into that scene? Emulators are great and all of that, and everybody and their uncle has a Raspberry Pi set up that does all these things. But if you were somebody that was wanting to get in on real hardware, you've got a couple bucks banging around in your wallet, you want to get started, what type of buying advice do you have for people? Is there, because there's a million bread bins out there. There's the later model that's kind of more looks like the 128 and all of that, but what do you really recommend to people? Do you even recommend people get a 128?
128 is kind of better than it was back in the day, I guess, because there's some new software for the 128 made, and there are some C64 games that make use of the faster clock speed of the 128 and things like that. That's quite fun, but they are vastly more expensive than getting a simple Commodore 64 standard edition. I guess that's what I would do. Look for a good one, used Commodore 64, or get the new Commodore 64 that's available now. It's also, I think, nearly 100% compatible with the old ones, even with the peripherals and things. And then get a soldering iron and schematics, because they break all the time, as witnessed by basically all of my videos.
Yes.
I think you have to get a bit into the electronics part if you want to have a Commodore 64 and use it for longer periods of time.
Mhm.
And get a new power brick for it, a modern one.
Absolutely.
The old ones are really dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah, I was a lot of what I've read online and just from watching your channel and things like that is that the original power bricks have runaway power where they just basically become unregulated and you will just nuke your machine by,
Yes.
My poor sit chip knows.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few Commodore 64s that were nuked by overvoltage.
Do you like when people are looking, if you say go for a 64 just because it's the cheaper, it's a way to get your foot in the door on it, and then maybe you could look at a 128 or something later if that was what you were interested in. On those machines, there are different revisions on the chips and stuff inside. I know that there's modern replacements for the TIL. That may be incorrect. Well, I mean, but yes, but if you were to like, I'm popping this open, I just want to see what I'm starting with. Is there a version of like the SID, or is there a version of some of these other specialty ICs that that people should be looking for? That some are more like failure prone, or some of them are less compatible because they're a later revision, or
generally, the later revisions are more reliable. They break less frequently, in my experience. But if they break, they are more difficult to repair slightly because the chips are more integrated. So you don't have to just look for one logic chip that's broken or one RAM chip. It's just all integrated into one big chip there. And it's difficult to see the fault basically often, but yeah, they are more reliable. The newer SID chips are a bit more reliable. The old ones break all the time. So the little beige looking like the 128 is the one to go for, or the Aldi C64. With the white keys. That's a good one.
I go to our Aldi all the time, and they never have them in stock. I'm there twice a week, and the manager is just sick of seeing me at this point.
Yeah, I think maybe a couple of decades too late.
Yeah, he's like, well, I got all these ZX Spectrums, and I'm like, nope.
That was actually my first machine, the Aldi C64, because it was super cheap when they stocked these.
So I have a follow-up question to that. When you're getting your Commodore 64, especially in today's modern climate of here's a Raspberry Pi, make it do all of the things, is there any specific add-on to your old 64 that's a modern thing you would suggest somebody pick up, like a sort of cartridge emulator, or a disk drive emulator, or anything like that, to make people's lives a little easier in getting into it if they want to get into the hardware?
Yeah, there's so many things that you can hook up to the C64. I would say the best point of entry would be the SD to IEC. It's the disk drive emulator thing, very inexpensive, and I think it's also open hardware, so you can make your own. It's just an Arduino chip with some wires, basically. Cool. And yeah, you can run disk images from SD card, and then there's several options that are a bit more compatible to the original disk drives, like the 1541 Ultimate. That's kind of the non-plus ultra cartridge for the C64, I'd say, that can do everything in one cartridge. Can do cartridge emulation and disk drive emulation, can even emulate printers and things like that, RAM expansions, all kinds of things. It's super expensive, but very much worth it, I'd say, if you're serious about getting into Commodore 64s.
Cool.
Well, I'm serious now. I was on the fence earlier, but I'm serious now.
That's good.
Yes,
need more seriousness.
It seems like a fun community, so it's probably, there's now never been a better time to kind of get involved.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah,
super.
Speaking of communities that are sometimes harder to deal with, what Amigas do you recommend?
Ooh, yeah, the Amiga the Amiga community.
Here's the thing. Everybody I talk to, like Amiga Bill, and I talk to other people like that that are like very much like evangelists for the Amiga community and stuff. Super nice folks. I do think that it is kind of an area where people do have a lot of very strong opinions, and that's totally fine. So.
That's the problem generally with humanity. You have too strong opinions.
It's like, hold on, I got a busy day. I got like 6 hills I got to go die on later today.
Yeah.
So, if somebody was wanting to start out, you got like a C64 recommendation. What about Amiga? So if I was somebody that was like, hey, I just want to get started, I want to get like an Amiga because I want to learn more about this community, what machine would you recommend starting with?
Amiga 500, because it's the least expensive at the moment, I guess, and you can expand it quite well these days. Yeah, there are options for, you can have these GoTag disk drive emulators in there. Right. They are not very expensive, and then you have access to new RAM expansions and
PyStorm.
PyStorm is a good thing. You have, PyStorm is probably, it always feels a bit like cheating because you're basically you're replacing the original hardware with the Raspberry Pi. At least parts of it.
don't ruin my weekend. Quiet you.
No, I like it. I'm a fan of the PyStorm, but it's like a super Amiga. You have like the fastest Amiga ever. It always feels like cheating.
Yeah, my big thing is this. I like the Amiga 500. I like the form factor. It's very nostalgic. It looks like a machine from that era, and it is a major improvement over the 1000. But my big thing is this: it seems very difficult for people on the outside of that community to kind of understand how to get started, because when you see something that is for sale, especially from like something back in the day that was never really like upgraded or expanded by the original owner, where it's kind of more of a turnkey experience, there are a lot of like, oh, it's a Amiga 500, it's got, they don't know what revision of the board it is. It's got a trapdoor memory upgrade with a real-time clock that the battery is leaked on. It's got there's no IDE, or it's got Workbench or Kickstart 1.2. Is there a base configuration for a machine? Like, would you that you would recommend to people? Like a minimum sort of revision, because when I say that, there's several different motherboard revisions on the 500. There's different versions of Kickstart ROM for like what gives you the best compatibility, because it's a games machine. Let's just lay it out there. It's a games machine at this point. So
I guess the best games compatibility is an Amiga 500. Board revision is not that important. You need Kickstart 1.2 or 1.3 for best compatibility. And you need the trapdoor 512 kilobytes RAM expansion thing. And even if the battery is leaking, you can get really inexpensive new RAM expansions. And then you have, I think, access to 99% of the games, except for the ones that were made for the newer chipsets.
Sure.
Then you would need an Amiga 1200 or 4000. And those are getting super expensive at the moment, I've seen.
Yeah. Not an Amiga 600.
It's not as compatible because it has the wrong memory configuration, I think. But it is nearly as compatible as an Amiga 500, but only nearly. And it's very small. That's very nice about it.
I was gonna say, because there's this whole thing where it's like, because there's chip RAM, there's slow RAM, and then there's fast RAM, and then there's probably a Dodge RAM. There's so many. There's a lot of stuff to keep up with terminology wise, which has made it's a lot of reading for me, and thankfully I like to read. So like just all of the upgrades and stuff, and it's like, oh well, you can mod this, and then your trapdoor memory expansion becomes chip RAM that like the video chipset and stuff can use.
So you can do so many things with the Amigas. That's probably what makes it so inaccessible to some people, because there's just so many options. But the most games were made for the standard A500 with a trapdoor memory expansion. So that's what you should get.
Is there a specific resource or website or something you can point people towards wanting to get started in either the Commodore 64 or the Amiga community? To pose those questions and not be immediately told you're a noob, get out.
Jan,
that's the problem.
A service where you will go to people's houses and look over their shoulder while they're on eBay and say, buy that, buy that. Okay, go to Amiga Kit, buy this, buy that, yeah.
I've actually been planning to make a video about kind of a buyer's guide for beginners, but it's massive. I have to do so much research, and I don't know. Yeah, I've had this idea for a couple of years now, I think, and didn't get to it because it's just I don't know what to tell people. Basically,
here's what you do. Let me offer the guy with like 500,000 subscribers. Let me as the guy with 2 subscribers. Let me give you some advice. Just make a video and just say whatever it is you want to say, and there'll be no fallout. It doesn't matter how well you could do 9 years of research. You could do 2 minutes of research. You will get the same amount of people.
Yeah, it's
actually.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem, and there are so many options for like upscalers that you need, things like that. It gets bigger and bigger. So I procrastinated.
Well, make that your goal. It's let's set a date. Let's set a date right now. So by December of 2026, it's going to be the official Jan Beta buyer's guide for
the Christmas buyer's guide 2026.
And at the end of the video, you're going to have all this information. It'll be everything and all that, and it'll get to the end, and you'll just basically say, head over to Dixon's and buy the Batman the
Batman Amiga pack
bundle. Yes.
No.
Nice. Yeah, that would be great. Invent time travel.
Yes.
Go back to 1987. Step 1. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, let's pivot a little bit off of Commodore and Amiga stuff specifically, and let's talk a little about repair. I'm really curious where you learned your repair skills for fixing vintage computers and hardware.
YouTube, mostly.
Cheater! Oh, wait. I learned from watching you. Never mind.
I'm very much self-taught and still self-teaching, so I'm still learning all the time. I'm not very good at repair. Just being a repair YouTuber doesn't make you good at repair. Spoiler. But yeah, no, I started to tinker with electronics with old audio stuff, actually. And which is a whole different thing. No digital logic in there in the old receivers and things I repaired. And yeah, then I even started the YouTube channel with audio repair, planning on doing audio repairs mostly, because I did that and learned from YouTube how to do that and had some of my own tricks that I developed over the years and wanted to share them. And then I randomly bought a C64 on eBay because I had one back in the day for nostalgic reasons, and it was broken, of course. And then I went on Twitter back when Twitter was cool. 2016 or something.
Yeah,
and I asked
a few years ago.
I asked around, and the community was instantly super helpful and super nice, and basically walked me through the repair. And that was my first C64 repair video. And I read a lot of old books, and yeah, just waddled my way through learning repairs on old computers.
Cool.
And I think the C64, I got the C64 down now, and I'm moving on to something else now.
There's nothing like having that one thing that's like, I want this thing to work. My Apple III here was kind of the same thing as with you and the C64. I got one, it was broken, and I'm like, I am going to make this work.
Yeah.
And the pain I went through, but it works now. So yeah, I get
Nice.
it. It's just like you dig in and you're like, I need to know how to figure this out.
Yeah.
And
isn't that the best feeling in the world if you figure it out? And yeah,
Mhm.
I think
Absolutely.
still feels great to me.
Well, I like the idea that you're going to move on to other platforms now, because I watch your channel and I very much enjoy like learning something new, because even if it's not something that I specifically work with, I always do learn some new tip or trick. So I very much appreciate that. My only concern is that Commodore security will not let you leave. It's sorry, like you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. So, here's hoping, though.
No.
But
Yeah.
as part of all this, what tools do you really recommend? So I know that there are people that are like, absolutely, like, I've got to have my, XYZ brand scope, or I've got to have this specific model of soldering iron, or I prefer this brand of solder. I know that you go into that sometimes on your channel, but it's not, you've never done like a buyer's guide on this either. Just put that on the list. But what type of tools do you recommend for people starting out?
A good soldering iron is key. I had a very cheap one when I started, and it didn't work very well, and I broke a lot of boards with that.
Oh, no.
And then I got a real temperature controlled good soldering iron, an old Weller station that I used for ages and ages, and that made things a lot easier. A desoldering station is super nice to have. Not essential, I'd say, but it makes breaking traces. It doesn't occur that much anymore. Thankfully, hot air station is good. Oscilloscope is very handy if you know how to use it. I still don't really know how to use it, but I can fake my way through it and look at signals and see if the signals are the correct level, if the speed of the signals is correct, and things like that. And that is immensely helpful. But you don't need a super high-end scope if you're working on vintage computers. I think my first scope was an analog scope with, I think, 15 megahertz maximum or something. And you can get these really, really cheap. And it's enough to see what's going on. And now I have, thanks to a sponsorship deal, I have a super high-end, no, it's not even high-end, but high-end from my point of view, Keysight thing that I don't know half of the functions, but it's
there,
really,
baby.
It's nice. I can freeze the waveform now and things like that, and zoom in, and it's really useful for some stuff, but you don't really need it for this kind of repair, I'd say. Yeah. So the usual tools. Good screwdrivers is a good thing. I broke many screw heads before I had some Vera, good German brand screwdrivers. Yeah, but no really specific brands or anything that I would recommend. Get a good temperature controlled. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Get a good temperature controlled soldering iron.
Yes.
Desoldering station optionally, or a good solder sucker, which is also, there are very bad ones. I have one of those somewhere. Never used those. Get a good one that's a bit more expensive, but still less expensive than a desoldering station.
If you're not going to get a heated one, usually I suggest one of the Japanese ones.
Yeah, they are really good.
They're just, and they come with the little silicone tube.
And you can replace the tube as well, I think, on those. Yeah.
And they basically create a black hole inside them. All the solder it's gone. It's great.
Nice. Yeah, those are good.
So how do you recommend folks get started in vintage repair? Is it like, I want to learn how to do repair and then get a thing to fix it? Or you're like, I bought this thing and I need to fix it, I got to jump in and figure out how to do it? Or like, do you have a specific starting point or the touching off point that makes sense?
To be motivated, it's good to buy something broken. that you really want to have. I did this with the audio stuff. I bought like 70s receivers that I really, really wanted, and they were broken. So I had to learn how to fix them. I didn't have the money to buy them refurbished, so I had to do it myself. And yeah, it's basically the same with the C64 stuff. Just wanted a C64 and bought the cheapest one I could find off of eBay, and it was of course broken. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's a good motivation. Just try and get something for little money that you can mess up if you don't succeed, and
Good
are
point.
not too frustrated about it, I guess. Yeah, I think that's a good way. And if you fix it, it's going to be great.
Do you suggest folks, like if they get their I don't know, their golden ticket item and go to try to fix it and kind of get stuck, do you suggest they put it aside for a bit and get a couple other random broken things to practice on so they can break it more and kind of get muscle memory and learning up before coming back to the main thing? Or
yeah, definitely. At least that's what I did, or what I still do. I have like projects that I started videos about that I put aside for a few years, and came back later and was able to fix them with my newly learned skills. That's my way of doing things. But yeah, I guess if you just start, when you start out, it's you are going to have some things that you break. I guess.
So don't start with modding something that works. Start with something that's already broken and it was super cheap. So if you break more, it's like,
doesn't matter. It was broken. You
it's
can't
now a
break
parts
it
machine for the next one.
And you always learn. You always learn something, even if it's don't desolder the chip like you did it or something like that.
Wait, so you're saying that I should not just use a flat blade screwdriver to extract all of these chips off the board, right?
I've seen so many broken sockets, and it was.
Yeah, I saw when I kind of got back into vintage computing and stuff. One of the very first videos I watched was somebody that was trying to take chips off the board with like a big flat blade screwdriver and just immediately gouge the board under the chip. And I'm just like, I understand that sometimes these videos are like that it's a cautionary tale for other people, you know. Yes.
Yeah, those are better.
Absolutely. A spudger.
Yes. Spudger. Mm-hmm. Also, essential tool to have in the arsenal, among many others, of course.
It's very nice.
I saw the first video I saw someone removing chips was whoever it was, I don't remember, ages ago, using one of those large heat guns that you use to strip paint and things.
Yeah.
Just over the board and then hit it on the table and all the chips fell out. It was super impressive, but I don't think that's the way.
It's wild.
No. It's there's a lot of shocking things that I've watched over the years. Sort of, it's like when you watch those videos where people are like the cool hacks, like it's your cool bathroom hacks, and it shows them taking the toilet seat off and then going to the kitchen and putting it in the dishwasher. And then I just remind myself, this is why you can't eat at everyone's house. This is why it's like, why is your family sick all the time? I don't know.
Yeah, careful with retro computer repair fans. They put their boards in the dishwasher often. I've heard.
I see that too, and I've seen that a lot of people that are just like oh, I've never had a problem, and it's like I've never had a problem with putting a board in the dishwasher. Also, what's survivor bias? I don't it's like, well, yes, I guess.
Definitely not healthy, I guess.
Why can I suddenly not remember things? It's stop eating lead. Anyway.
Yeah, there's an awful lot.
Yeah, lead poisoning is very slow process, I guess.
It's like I've washed 10 motherboards in my dishwasher this weekend. I think I'm going to go get a 20% APR boat loan this week. Good for you. But speaking of bad advice on YouTube, what inspired you to start your channel?
A friend of mine recommended I do it. Roundup is his name. He's on Twitch mainly. He's a game YouTuber, streamer. And I talked about fixing stuff with him when I was doing it off YouTube. And yeah, he said, just make a YouTube channel. It's good. And so I did it. I don't know. And I started doing it in English because he was doing it in English. And I thought I should overcome my shyness, my natural shyness, and do that. And it actually helped with my shyness as well. Over the years. Took a long time. My first videos are really, I'm Jan Beta. And I'm not even showing my face in the first 2 years or so, I think.
I was gonna say we had to build up to a case or a face reveal.
Yeah.
Everything before that was like, it's like, hold on, do you want to see my it would be really tough for me to do, but I was just gonna be like, it's just the hands.
Yeah.
Everybody's hands out there.
It was only my hands.
Yeah.
And my bad German accented English. That's gotten a bit better over the years.
As a fan of accents, I love your German accent. So
that's
whoever
nice.
thinks it's bad is wrong. They are objectively, measurably incorrect. I just want to
the vast majority of comments I get on my German accent and my English is from Germans. In German. They comment in German and demand I speak German in the videos. And I always, sometimes I don't even care, but yeah.
It's like
odd.
Turn on the subtitles and tell YouTube to translate it to German.
Yeah. It works.
It's all you have to do is just say, listen, I'll tell you what, I'll start doing all my videos in German. I'll have a second German language channel if you can promise me the exact same amount of viewership that I get in English.
That is the problem.
Yes, that is.
And nobody gets how much effort goes into making these videos. And people seriously ask if I could do a second channel with German videos with the same stuff. And it's just not possible. It's just not possible.
A 30-minute video can take days. Research and work and shots and angles and lighting, and you screwed up the audio and you got to record it again and you got to write a script, and oh my god, why did you walk in on me while I was recording? And this and that and the other. Yeah.
All of the above.
Jan, this is just why you outsource it. What you do is you start a special Kickstarter just for your German audience to say, listen, I'm going to redub my entire catalog. We're going to get Christoph Waltz to come in. He's going to redub
that would be nice. That would be nice.
It's only 300 million euros. We just need. We can get the whole thing done.
I should do that definitely. Christopher.
So speaking of viewership and the fact that English seems to kind of be the language that gets you more viewers, I guess, because YouTube's in the US. I don't know, whatever. But like, how far into your YouTube career did you make that one video, or what was that one video? If it even was one video that was like, oh, YouTube noticed me now, and now explosion. Was there a specific point, or was
yeah, that definitely was. And funnily enough, it was, I think, 2017 or something. I replaced the battery in a Sony phone, and that was the video that got like 100,000 clicks for whatever reason. But then the other stuff slowly started building up, and I don't know why it was that video, because probably batteries failed in that phone at that particular moment in time when I made the video. I don't know, and it wasn't even a good video or anything. I just had this phone and thought I'd film replacing the battery. Yeah, that was the thing. And then later on there was some good videos. The one where I actually built a new C64 also got quite a lot of attention way later. But yeah, it's kind of random. Some of the videos where I do like audio repairs, The last one that was really good was a 90s Sony amplifier. My girlfriend's Sony amplifier. I repaired that because I had to repair that and thought, why not make a video? And that got like 100,000 clicks, which is massive for my channel. I usually get under 10,000 or something. Yeah.
I had a follow-up question, and right as I was going to ask it, it left my brain. I hate it when it does that. Oh, that's awful. ADHD is awful. Never contract it.
That's the lead poisoning, maybe.
Yes.
There you go.
One too many motherboards washed, Joe.
Oh, here it is. So when you make a video that's just like kind of flash in the pan successful, do you tend to try to chase that same format, or you're just like, I'm going to do what I want to do?
I always do what I want to do. I don't even do clickbait stuff. And even though it works, I tried it on occasion, just a little bit, and it works every time. And the same thing will, I hate saying, please subscribe to the channel in my videos. I almost never do that. But when I do, it always works. And that's why everybody's doing it. But I hate this. I hate playing the game. I just want to do this for fun still, even though I'm actually making my living off of YouTube at the moment. But I want to have fun still.
Yes. I think that a lot of people have worked really, really hard to make YouTube their job. And then when it becomes the job, then it's no longer fun. And I think it's because they cultivated the wrong audience. They cultivated people that are looking for this very narrow sort of thing, that now that it becomes a chore, it is like soul crushing to keep doing that. And I see that in the eyes of every person that's like doing React videos or doing the exact same React video or the exact same.
God, yeah, React. I never.
Or even somebody like Mark Rober. It's like, buddy, you're gonna have to stop doing squirrel mazes. You know, it's. I mean, I understand. It's. You're guaranteed clicks on this, but it's just like at this point,
bombs are great, but you can only like make 2 before it's.
Yes, I know. Yeah, you just the same thing. Sorry, if Mark Rober is watching, I will be behind the dumpster at Arby's later. You want to take a swing on me? I'll give you the first one. That's fine. But no, the part of it though, now that you have transitioned and now this is kind of the job. What type of equipment and software do you kind of use, and has that evolved over time? Are you still using the same cameras? Are you still using the same editing software?
No. I started with my old phone as a camera and the microphone, and I upgraded to this Sony, what's it called, ZV-1 or something is the camera I have yet. Yeah, it's the blogging camera. Sony marketed as that. That's my camera now, and my phone is my secondary camera. And I have one of these little microphones to clip on my tie that I never wear. Yeah, and I used to use the Apple, what's it called, iMovie. The thing that you get for free when you buy a Mac.
Yeah.
And I upgraded to Final Cut.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I had at the moment I started this as my job. Basically, I could deduct it from the tax because I'm using it for work, and then I could afford investing in some stuff. But
you don't use a camcorder with with a video toaster and do it old school? Come on.
I would love to do that, but the Amiga 4000 that I have is still in pieces and not working at all, unfortunately.
Plus, Joe,
I'm going to upgrade to that.
Plus, Joe, I think V Westlife has that all on lockdown right now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's some great stuff. But I would love to do that, but I can't because I don't have the hardware. I don't even have a camcorder.
Rob, we need to solve this man's problem. So after the show, talk to me. Do you have a set timing schedule or sort of release schedule for your videos, or do you just kind of like, I work on a thing and I release when it's done?
At the moment, it's like 10 days between videos, roughly, but not really. I don't really have a really set in stone schedule, but 10 days is what I manage at the moment. I had a schedule some years ago. I was more productive, but the videos were like a bit more rough. I had weekly videos at some point, some years through. I had like a video every weekend, I think. No, Thursdays, because of Douglas Adams. Thursdays. Yeah. Thursdays was my release day. But now it's mostly weekends and 10 days in between, roughly.
Cool.
Nice.
Do you find it works better for your schedule to just like make it happen when it can happen? Higher quality, less stress kind of situation?
Yeah, I do a lot more research these days and try to make better videos, which are researched in advance, not while I'm doing it. Of course, but repair videos are always surprises, and I want the videos to be kind of like me working on the thing in that moment, but I usually do a lot more preparation and also take a lot more time editing. That's what takes most of the time at the moment, I think. The editing. And then I make some videos take like 3 weeks to make, and some take a couple of hours to make. It really differs. So yeah. And I thought 10 days is a good schedule. YouTube doesn't like it too much, but I think people are happy with
every
it
Monday
so
do
far.
it at 9 p.m. every Monday do it, and you're like, but Ma,
I think that's what
Legos.
YouTube wants. That's what YouTube wants. But yeah, I don't play by the rules.
No, and I think on bigger channels you can really get away with that, because you do have like when you make a video, it is largely appointment viewing, because people know like kind of what that schedule is, and they have an idea to ring that bell and and do the things, so that way that they know exactly when new content is coming out. They have a reasonable expectation of when something is going to happen. It's not like an Ahoy video where it's just like you're sitting at your your keyboard, you're like the skeleton covered in cobwebs and things, and then all of a sudden like 4-bit byte comes out and you're just like brought back to life for a week.
Yeah.
But no, it's good. I think you have a really good schedule. As somebody like me, I've got to you got to keep feeding the thing, or otherwise you will absolutely just crater. Like if you're not doing something every 4 days, you will crater all of your stuff.
I mean, I'm not going, all the graphs are not going upwards as much as when I was doing weekly videos, definitely. So the algorithm definitely prefers weekly videos at least, or every 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, every day. I don't know.
Yeah.
But well, I can't really do it.
Sure.
I just no.
Well, you just got to get in on the shorts thing. You just got to like every day make a short,
That's also something I don't want to participate in.
Fair enough.
I get headaches from TikTok and things. I think shorts is just YouTube's way of trying to be TikTok in a way.
Yes.
And I'm too old for that.
Yeah, I get it. Well, let me ask you this. So YouTube wants you to continually keep putting out content because that's the only way that they make ad revenue. Because if you're not making a new video that's getting 100,000 views in the first 24 hours, what's the point, right?
Yes.
But for you, as someone who can now do this as your regular job, what channels of support have been the best for you? I know that there's a lot of people that promote like their they'll have like a tip jar where you can just basically just send a donation whenever you think about it. There's more formalized kind of the Patreons and coffee and things like that where people can give continuing support. I know that YouTube has memberships and stuff that they also have, but what platforms have been the most successful for you?
Patreon by far. Yeah, definitely. And
so you heard it here, folks. Give the guy money on Patreon.
Yeah, give me all your money.
Yes.
Joe said so, or Joe will be angry.
No, that works best. I think I was quite an early adopter of Patreon when I started doing this more professionally. I started the Patreon, I don't know, 2017 or something, and I'm still in the Founders Edition Patreon thing, so I pay a little bit less fees than everybody who came later. I think that they kept the percentage the same, I think, mostly. So that's pretty nice. And there's most people like Patreon. I don't know. Some are supporting me on the YouTube thing, and I also have Ko-fi and PayPal, the usual things you can donate, but rarely happens.
Yeah,
Patreon is by far.
I mean, there was a time I bumped into you on the metro, and you just directly went through my pockets. That's fine. I think we.
That also works. That's also a significant stream of income for me.
I was going to say, I think our parasocial relationship is strong enough to survive something like that. But just a little frisking. But
the U-Bahn mugger has struck again. Anyway. So you've been leveraging alternative delivery platforms like PeerTube. What success have you seen there? Places basically outside of your YouTube presence.
Oh, not too much. It's much, much, much smaller than the YouTube stuff. But I haven't really promoted it on YouTube. So I guess YouTube is my biggest audience outlet, and I haven't really said, go to PeerTube.
You just did.
Yeah, I did. This is on YouTube.
I know.
I thought we were just talking. Yeah.
Promoteception.
I'm on PeerTube. People, I'm on PeerTube. Follow me on PeerTube. Can watch all the videos, and there's no ads. I also don't get any money, but you can watch the videos for free. You can use an ad blocker on YouTube. I'm not supposed to say that on YouTube, I think.
Are you trying to get us demonetized?
No, you can just bleep it out. It's recorded.
No, but I know that more and more people, especially, are moving over to some of those platforms for certain parts of their content, just because they've encountered problems and stuff with YouTube, like with incorrectly identifying copyright or
45 seconds of silence is the music Happy Birthday. It's like,
that actually happened to me recently, where I uploaded the video, and it's showing like some Apple II games, and there's segments where it's literally just like you're reading text. There's no music or anything. It's just silence, but it was flagged by a company in India.
I had one of those wrong copyright claims a few years ago, and I couldn't resolve it.
Yeah,
I think it was one of the. I used the music from Focus 10, who just gave me his music for free, basically, and shout out to Focus 10, also on Bandcamp, on all the streaming platforms. He just lets me use his music, and I have like written permission to use his music, and I wasn't able to resolve the copyright claim despite that. So one of my videos has a copyright claim on it, and I don't earn anything from it because it uses a song that got flagged for some reason. I don't know. It's mine.
Yeah, I think they've tried to make it a little bit easier for people, because there's that new creators music library where you can go out there and specifically see things that have been cleared, and then you can read the licensing further to where it's just like, hey, this is released for free forever. It's got some sort of like Creative Commons licensing or something on it, so that way that you can have a realistic expectation that in 6 years somebody's not just going to change their mind and now you can't use that. And I think sometimes things come down to two, because I've been on the other side of the copyright claim stuff as well, where I uploaded a public there's this archive that's called the Prelinger Archive, which is basically a bunch of like educational shorts and like like little propaganda films that were made like in the 1940s and 1950s in the United States to promote things like posture and the helative power of square dancing and things like that. But there was one that was basically all about the idea that it's like, hey, you really need to wash your hands. Like it's public
good
health
advice
sort of thing. Yes, I agree with this too. I am a big proponent of hand washing. This video though, it appears that I was the first person to upload it to YouTube. As such, I basically have precedent on who can then use that same material forever. Now, my YouTube channel is so old that it used to be part of Google Video and was moved over as part of the acquisition of YouTube. So this video has been out there for like a very, very long time. So long that I think that you still have the 10-minute limit on video or 200 megabytes or whichever.
I remember that.
Yeah, because they had like some really, really strict standards back in the day because I guess they were hand transcoding all of the files, all the videos. So but yeah, I've seen that on both sides. So something like PeerTube is really nice because it does seem to give you a little bit more flexibility in the things that you can put out there. They've tried to make it easier, but yeah, I feel your pain on the like being on both sides of the like what do you mean that other people can't use this public domain thing? So every time it comes up for me, I archive it all. I never act on any of it because there's some of these videos that have like 2,000 and 3,000 views. There's some of these videos, I mean, we're talking pennies. What are we like, why are you even emailing me?
That's the thing, it's not even a lot of money.
No.
If it was a lot of money, maybe there would be some reason. I don't know. Nothing against nothing against copywriting creative work, by the way.
Right.
Not at all.
It's going to be
interesting with the
YouTube.
AI stuff. It's going to be interesting with the copyright creative stuff.
I think so too. I think there's enough people that have made the case that our entire industry is not profitable without the wholesale theft of other people's intellectual property. It's
not the way to go, I think. We'll see.
Yeah, I think it'll be like a lot of other things where it's just sort of it's pushed really hard, and then I think that there's just a point where at least our government will step in and do some sort of like bailout on it. And then it'll go away. My whole thing, not to make this an AI conversation, but it's like the same people that told me 20 years ago that it was like, oh, you've got to get rid of all your fiat currency and put everything in gold, are the exact same people that were like, oh, you've got to like crypto mine all of this stuff. We're the same people that were like, you've got to invest in these pictures of like these weird looking apes. And then the same people that did that are now like you got to do this AI thing.
God.
These are the same people that in the 90s would have been like, you know what, you've really got to get in on this multi-level marketing thing that my family is doing now. It's like,
I guess.
It's
kind of feels similar.
Yes, it's did you change the formulation of this snake oil? I can't tell. Is that dill?
We'll see, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't know enough. But
yes, speaking of alienating all of our friends that are like thigh deep in the AI revolution, what is your favorite type of video to actually work on, or your favorite topic to work on? I know that you do a lot of repair videos and things like that, but it's really at your discretion for what you focus on inside there. So if you're going to sit down, you can make any type of video that you want to make. What's your favorite type?
I think something I did really recently, like a full restoration thing, where I have something that looks like crap and doesn't work, doesn't matter what it is. I did it on a Super Nintendo, and that was really, really good. I really loved doing that and working on it, and it took like 2 weeks or something to do all of it, like retrobrighting the case. I know that's kind of a tough thing to talk about, retrobrighting, but I had to repair the circuit board and things like that. Yeah. And in the end, I got a really nice Super Nintendo that's now living in my living room, and I'm playing Super Nintendo every day. My first Super Nintendo.
Yes.
Kind of late to the party, but my first Super Nintendo.
The best time is right now. The next best time is just after right now. It's
That's true. It's a nice console. I really like it.
Yeah, there's lots of really good games. If you have not played Pilot Wings.
Pilot Wings. I can't play that. I have to get the original cartridge. I have one of those SD cartridge things, but that can't do the extra graphics chip things.
Yeah, I was gonna say the I will say Pilot Wings, it is a Mode 7 like showcase, because the whole game is Mode 7. It's but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looks great. I've seen it being played.
It's real short too. It's just, but it's a lot of fun.
Oh, Chrono Trigger. Yeah, I'm definitely going to play that.
Too big.
My plan is to play through the Zelda Link to the Past. I think is the one.
That's a lot of fun. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Best games ever made.
I started it on a Raspberry Pi. Now I'm going to play it on a real hardware.
Nice. I would definitely say another really great Contra, the Alien Wars, Contra 3, I think is what it's called in the US, but it's basically the Super Nintendo Contra game. It is it's a run and gun. It's a lot of fun. It's really good. It has a lot of imagine this. It has a lot of Mode 7 in it as well.
Surprise.
Yes.
Cool. So, Mr. Jan, what's next for you and your channel? Do you have any long-term plan that you'd like to kind of hint to the public? Like, here's this cool thing that I've been working on for 2 years, but it's coming out soon. Or do you have a sneak peek on like the next cool project that you want people to know about, to be like, hey, this thing's coming soon and you're going to love it?
I hope people are going to love it. I am going to enjoy it. I have a couple of videos about an Amiga 3000 Tower, 3000T, super rare Amiga. And I got my hands on one that's not in the best condition. And it's going to take some time and some battery corrosion removal and things like that. That's basically my plan for December. So I've started shooting the videos.
That never happens. Ever.
It's not that bad on this one, but yeah, I'm going to make that work and make it look nice again, and talk about the history of the Amiga 3000T.
Nice.
And I'm looking forward to shooting more videos about that and hopefully releasing them in time this month in a few days, hopefully.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, I'm excited. You've got a little bit of time yet before before things start getting a little crazy there at the end of the month, but it's but I always like hearing about new and exciting things, especially stuff that means a lot to the people that are creating them, just because it's we have a whole world of to me, I am not the target audience for some of this stuff, but it feels very soulless. It feels very like I told my high school guidance counselor I wanted to be an influencer kind of stuff. And so it is nice to see folks that are succeeding inside this space, that absolutely make just really, really great accessible content that's not like, it's like watching a J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie where it's like, oh, lens flare, hold on, whoa. I like the fact that there's a camera on lockdown and we're just going to talk and we're going to do this thing. So thank you.
You're very welcome.
Joe, what's our final question?
So we do have, this is the most important question of the entire interview.
Okay.
So you have to lock in and focus. Lips?
Oh. Yeah, I
I'm
get
sure there's
that.
a backstory there, but I love it. I love it. So.
There is a backstory. I am a musician sometimes, and I always loved like more of the punk rock side of things, and punk rock artists that I like to deface the brand names on their amplifiers and things like that. So Marshall amps become Mars or something. They just tape off things, and I do that on a lot of stuff I own. And I did the same on a Philips monitor, taped it off to make the word lips.
I love it.
And that's just stayed. So every monitor that's in frame, basically in my videos, has to be a lips monitor, even if it's at the moment it's a Samsung, I think. But I put a little sticker with lips on it to please the audience, because that's kind of awesome. It's tradition.
Well, now I feel obligated.
One thing in the background, it's got to always be there. It's like part of the set now.
And like the last monitor I used, there was like a huge lips sticker, because people really complained when it was suddenly, I think, an LG monitor that I had set up there.
I now feel obligated. They got to scratch the A off of all these Asus monitors.
Yeah.
Just they're totally sus now.
That's what I do with Asus. There's so many possibilities with brand names. It's quite fun.
Yes. I had some friends that used to make a TV show that in the 90s that all of their little Sony monitors, they had a guy that worked on the production named Jeff Stonehouse. So they changed all the Sony monitors to say Stony.
That's great.
That's nice.
Awesome.
I had the My Little Pony. Always, when they were headphones, it always says Pony instead of Sony. Always like that.
Awesome. Well, Jan, it has been super fun talking with you today. I want to thank you for taking time out of your evening halfway across the planet there to talk to a couple of weird old guys in the Midwest of the United States about old computers and stuff. Final thing, where can people find you online?
Oh, the easiest way is to just go to my website, janbeta.net. And there's all the links, all my socials, the few remaining socials I'm still on are linked there. Yeah, that's the link. That's the website is up. Yay. Cloudflare is working. No, I'm not.
Yes, I'm
not using Cloudflare. Not even using Cloudflare. My website was up all the time.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, you have your YouTube channel at Jan Beta. So if
and my PeerTube channel.
Yes. Your PeerTube channel as well.
I advertised here first.
Do it. Go watch the channel. Joe said so, or he'll be grumpy with you.
What a feather in our cap.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah. That interview with Jan was super fun. He is like the epitome of, how can we say, what's the word I'm looking for? Genuine. Yes.
Yeah. Just nice
100%. Yes. Yes. One Bit Fever Dreams asks, is he awake for follow-ups?
Yes.
Hold on, let me get him on my cell phone. Boop 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 boop. But we've been taking notes of questions and things. So if anything, if we get him back on the show, we can come back around and ask those questions. So it's all good. Yep.
It's sometimes it's tough. There's lots of people that we'd love to talk to that aren't necessarily available at 7 p.m. on a Sunday night just because of time differences and things. So we did our best to try to ask him kind of all the big questions and stuff and let him kind of go down the path on some of those other things. So I'm glad that we were able to get some of the things that I saw pop up in chat, like the what was his first Commodore 64? Does he still have it? All that type of stuff. So that's yeah. So it's good. It tells me that we've been doing this for a little bit, that we know some of the right stuff to ask. So.
I also like that Joe asked the important lips question.
I have been wondering the answer to that question for 10 years. I know. So it makes me happy.
Love it.
We got
by the way,
Commodore
did you guys
security reference in there? We got yeah. Sorry, Trina.
I was just gonna say, did you want to see 3 photos from the event? By the way.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
that'd be the perfect.
Yes, let's do it.
The perfect little cap on.
Let me share my screen here. Bear with me 1 sec, please.
Trina, you can also add them. I think you can just do the share source thing and point to your images. You can even make a slideshow.
Yeah, I know. I don't have them on my computer, so.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, we're gonna play solitaire.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna play solitaire. So there's the table as it was. There's that wonderful. So there's my company banner. We weren't allowed to tape anything.
I like it a lot. Plus, if you spill something on the top, how would you know?
Right?
Yeah.
Wait, where'd that screw go? Oh no.
Do we need to get you an iron so you can like smooth it?
Yeah, it's plastic, and I don't know. Like, I'd have to get a really low temp.
Hot air gun. Got
gravity.
it.
Yeah. Anyway,
it looks good. It looks good.
But yeah, unfortunately I couldn't tape it to the wall. That's a hotel was
they don't allow that. Yeah.
And this is not the final setup, but this was the setup as of Friday night before I went up to my room and crashed for the night.
Nice.
So,
Trina, is that a Microsoft Natural Elite keyboard?
It is.
I ask because I bought this in 1998 and I'm still using it. This is still my daily driver keyboard.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
When you want your French fries to have a little bit extra flavor run, you can just like turn it over and shake it. Right?
You know what? I take this thing apart every couple of months and like clean it and all that, and I think that's why it's lasted so long.
And then if you look over here, there were 4 tables of consignment stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, somebody had a 1-bedroom apartment that I believe looked like Steve's basement, because all of this stuff was in the gentleman's apartment. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, and his family was like, "We don't want this to go to e-waste." And there, eventually, like there's a couple of I think a pet sitting under that black
that's a pet
bag there. Those all went out to the main lobby. And the tables became nothing but monitors, 1701, 1702s. Basically, you name the 1909s, I think. I don't know my Commodore stuff, so I'm pulling at numbers. I know 1701 because James T. Kirk. It's the only way I know it.
Anyway.
Right? But yeah, it was filled with monitors, and then they did an auction from yesterday to today at 12 noon, and then whoever won was told to come pay by 2 o'clock. So it was a huge success. So, but I forgot to get more photos of the table because I was busy with this stuff and didn't brain.
So my question is, did you go home with fewer things than you arrived with? She's got to think. She's counting in her head. Well, I came home with different things than I arrived.
Well, Trina bought a bag of case screws, so she's wondering, does that count as 1 item or 500 items?
Yeah, I honestly think I did. I'm trying to think of what all I sold. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite as fruitful on the sales side as I had hoped. But I think it's more a possible timing issue with it being December and close to the holidays. So that doesn't kind of help with financing, especially in these times where things are expensive.
Mm-hmm. Silly expensive things. Be less expensive. Just as so.
Right?
By the way, no, sorry.
But everything's sold except for one poor monitor. And I felt so bad for it because it said no video and then in brackets line. So when you turn on, all you could see was a line. And I was actually talking to a friend of mine that I hadn't seen in some time. And I'm like, technically, that is a video. It's a line. So you are getting video. Just not a proper picture would be the...
Not the video you want. Yes.
Not the video. Yeah. This is not the video you're looking for.
All right.
Cool.
Well,
Awesome
I had fun,
sauce.
and I'm
Yes.
very happy to hear about the event. I'm looking forward to folks posting videos and stuff online. It'll be, I hope that there's some stuff that make the rounds here in the next week or so.
Joe says make it happen or else. He will personally travel to Canada.
Joe, you come to Toronto. We'll go to the to a section of town and we'll have a couple of beers.
I know what section you're talking about.
Yeah. We will go there and have some beer and have a great time.
Joe did bad things. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, cool. Awesome show. It was awesome to have Jan on tonight with Asterisk. Hope to have him on again and follow up with him on certain things. Let's go around the room and ask everybody where they can be found. Ron.
Hey, everybody. It's Ron from Ron's Computer Videos. You can find me here on the first and third Sundays of every month. You can find me on Old World Tech Fridays -Sunday edition on the second and fourth Sundays of the month. The rest of the time, you can find me over on my channel. Trina.
Hey, folks. I'm Trina. Trina's Technobabble. Yeah, go to trinastech.com. It has links to all my online presence, including my coffee account. And I actually did this spot earlier today. If you can afford it, give me some money. It's just that blunt. But yeah, and you can also find me here on the first and third Sundays of the month as a co-host.
When she's awake.
Shut up.
It's fine. It's all good. And finally, last and extremely least, is me. I'm Joe of Joe's Computer Museum. I run Joe's Computer Museum. You can, if it wasn't obvious from that, you can also look at that. I have links to there to all the things that I'm doing. And of course, my web store. So if you're looking for something to make your old computer work, you can pick up a thing and keep those old computers working. So thank you to everybody who stopped by tonight to view our chat with Jan Beta. It was super fun. If you're here and you like that stream, hit the like button and do the subscribe button and the hype button and the bell. And I don't know, they're just going to keep adding like more microcurrencies to the little button doodles just to hit all of them.
Yes.
And do the thing. And remember, our next episode will be in 2 weeks on whatever date that is, because it's 7 + 14, the 21st. Yes, it'll be on the 21st. Yeah. I can't, me math brain dumb. And we will see you then. And remember, be nice to people because you never know what they are going through. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye.
Good night.